What's going on, guys? Today we're going to start a video series about this YZ250. This bike is a 1998 and is in desperate need of a full restoration. This thing is just ugly. It's got worn out plastics, the pipes are dented, the frame is white for some reason, and the overall bike is just disgusting looking. So my vision for this bike is to take it from a rundown 98 model and make it look as though it was built this year. The goal for today's video is to rip this thing down to the frame to get it ready for powder coating. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is get the plastics off the bike. I'm starting off with this tank one. It's just held on with a few screws. The plastics on this bike are so scratched and faded that I'm definitely not going to use them again. I'll go ahead and get these number plates off next. They're held on with two Allen key type screws, and it just pops right off just like that. And then it's onto the seat, just boop, and it's off. The next thing to come out is the tank. So I'm not going to be reusing this tank because it has a crack in it, and I actually can't fill it up more than halfway without all the gas leaking out. It's just held on with two screws and this strap, and it pops right off. Get ready for this fail because I forgot to turn off the pitcock, and boom, all the gas pours out. And it's onto the rear fender. One bolt is holding it on this side, and then the two silencer bolts on the other side are holding it on as well. So as for the silencer, I'm actually going to be just tossing this one out and getting a new aftermarket one when I get a new head pipe. So we just need to get these two screws out. And of course, a plane flies over right when I'm filming, but hey, it's okay. Falls right out. Now it's on to the airbox. So we just got to get these bolts out that are holding it on the side right here. A bolt coming out is the most satisfying sound you'll ever hear. We'll go ahead and get the filter out. It's just this wing nut and it pops right out. We need to also disconnect this intake boot from the carburetor so the airbox can pop out. It's just held on with this hose clamp and a little Phillips screw. Somehow you're supposed to be able to get this thing out of here. I could have just took off the subframe and it came out with it, but we'll figure it out. We're going to toss this thing too because it's cracked pretty bad. I promise I didn't do it when I was prying on it. So let's get these little plastic pieces of junk off the frame. Just got to cut some zip ties. Onto the subframe. I think it's just held on with 3 bolts, so pretty simple. Just like that, it disconnects. Next, the spring and shock. It's just one bolt down here, one bolt up here. Of course I would drop it. Get a few good licks with this screwdriver, and it should just pop right out. Then you just lift it off. Let's get this chain out of the way so I can get the back tire off. So don't hate on me, but I actually don't have a socket big enough for this nut, but I got my favorite pair of pliers. Just knock the axle through using a screwdriver, get your wheel block out, and just pull the axle out the other side. Just roll it right off. Next, we'll get the brakes off this swing arm. so we can disconnect it from the rest of the bike. These bolts on this rear brake are usually extremely tight, especially this one right here. So be careful and don't strip it out. I kind of keep jumping around the bike and just doing random things, but this head pipe bolt was just calling my name and I wanted to get it off of there so bad. Can't wait to just throw this thing in the trash. So here's the bolt holding the swing arm on. I actually didn't have a socket that fit this one either, but I had a 7/8 socket that kind of fit it. It turned out to work, and I'm so glad I didn't strip it out. Once you get the upper and the lower bolt off, the swing arm should just pop right off. Now really all we have left is a frame, a motor, and a front fork. Let's pop this carburetor off. Let's go ahead and get this top motor mount taken care of. And then we'll work on this radiator hose. And spill antifreeze literally all over the freaking place. Great. So here's the bottom motor mount. And the front motor mount. Wow, there's still antifreeze in there? That's a lot. So this is me realizing I gotta take these radiators off before I can actually even lift the motor out of here. Oops. Man, those sirens are so loud. So now here's the moment I've been waiting for. I can finally lift this thing out of here. So it's the next day, and all we really have left to do is get these forks off and get this front tire off. So I'm going to start by getting this handlebar out of the way. There goes the clutch. There goes the kill switch. There goes the front brake. And finally the throttle. The handlebars just pop right off after that. Oh look, it's my favorite pliers. Let's start to get these forks off now. Honestly, I don't know what this part is called, but hey, I got it off. The very last piece of plastic that's going in the trash. The last bolt that's holding on the forks. So I should just put a lot of pressure on this to get it to pop off, right? Oh, fuck! Ah! And there she is, completely torn down. Comment what color you think the frame should be powder coated in the next episode, and I might just go with it. We're also going to be redoing these wheels. I think I'm going to do them a gloss black. I think that would look the best. And we're going to start restoring all these parts. Not the plastics, of course. Those are going in the garbage, but you know, all the metal stuff, cleaning it up, making it look real nice. So go ahead and subscribe so you can stay tuned for the next episode.